And we have our next summoning focus. This is totally what I wanted to talk about. Have you guys ever noticed like how beautiful Kyria is? I never noticed how like perfectly Kyria is hot. I'm not gonna talk about anything that's clearly defined there. Well, actually, this entire banner has hot girls. Ponytails versus pigtails. Oh! Hold on, that's the next voting gauntlet. Pigtail? Pigtail? Ponytail? Let's study the art of cooking together, Chris. Pigtail? Ponytail? Ponytail. Wow, I actually like this one a lot. Pigtails on sundays are the best, except for on Hilda, and she's not a sundray. Levitate isn't either. Wow, okay, then so the next voting gauntlet. Wow, okay. Anyways, I know we're not supposed to, this isn't what I'm actually want to talk about, but this is cool. Wait, what? Wait a second. You're telling me of all the Fire Emblem Heroes characters in the game, you had to put in Duma. You had to put in Duma. You're kidding me. Duma stands no chance. Duma's gonna get destroyed here. I'm sorry, Kyria's gonna destroy Duma. Now, in terms of best mom, who likes spiky objects, and most caring lazy girl of all time, I'll give it to Hilda. When it comes to... I forgot her name already. What's her name? Ivel versus Robin. I'm sorry. Robin, by the way, did you guys remember the time when Robin almost won? Almost won the female side of CYL? And Alpha Ram just really like pushed it up. I still think people really like female Robin. There are also like dumb people like Morgid who really likes female Robin. So I'm pretty sure she'll be Ivel. Ivel's like, for us like Westerners especially, we don't even really know what game she's from. Not really. And it comes to Chris versus Levitain. I think Levitain's gonna win. Again, it's because Chris is from a game that never really released in the West. Though, you know, Japan's also a big part of this, so yeah, but I'm not Japanese, so I'll say Levitain. So for me, I think from the left side, round 2 will be Kyria versus Hilda, and it'll be Robin versus Levitain. And then I think in the finals, I don't know. I think Hilda will have a huge advantage on Kyria. Well, a noticeable advantage. But Kyria might have enough bonuses just to overcome it all. So I'll say that's a mix-up. And then I think Robin... That's also a mix-up. So, interesting. This is going to be a pretty tight one. I can't really see a definitive winner. Watch Levitain win. I mean, yeah. Ultimately, when you come play Fire Emblem Heroes, most players are Heroes fans. There are a lot of people who play this game who have never, like, finished or played a real Fire Emblem game.
You can find all these heroes in the best Fae game, the Sacred Stones.
Wait, what? Anyways, this is what we're really here for. Update notification, the next update is on its way. Major additions in version 4.1. Hold up. Is Halloween gonna be version 4.20? 420. Is 420 gonna be Halloween? I think they're timing it for that. All right, cool. Anyways, the update comes out on the 6th. Wow, just over a week. Anyways, are as follows. The limit on attempts in Resonant Battles is being removed. That's excellent news. I would say it's kind of really dumb that they put a limit on it. I also really felt bad for someone like PM1, but you know, PM1's really smart, so he doesn't really like guess or anything. He can plan it out really well, so it would help someone like him out, but it also helped the general players out who wanted to experiment, because I don't really understand why you would limit a mode like this. By the way, I also think Arena should just do away with dueling crests. It just doesn't make sense. Like, what is the point of it anymore? Just let people play. If people want to play, let them play. Like this game, like some modes that allow you to have infinite tries essentially, they might as well be forcing you to play because you don't really want to play it. I'll just say it that way. But yeah, I'm glad Resonant Battles, they realize the temp thing is dumb. I hope they do that for the Arena in the future as well, but who knows? Of course, Arena, you know, will give you Hero Merit Feathers and whatnot, but you could just do free GHBs for Hero Merit Feathers. You guys know where I'm going with this. Additionally, the lineup of limited time combat manuals is being updated. We'll look at that in a moment. New weapon skills and weapons to refine are being added. I've already been spoiled on this because people can't shut their mouth. Ignissa. Oh, goddamn. Can you guys imagine playing Among Us and you're having a good old time? You're discussing who could be the imposter, and all of a sudden someone barges in and says, "Da da da, gotta refine," and da 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 as well, because they're, you know, family. Yeah, totally. That's totally what I wanted to know. Anyways, Aether Raids is being updated. Meteor Strike is being updated. Let's get to it. All right. The limit on attempts in Resonant Battles is being removed. The limit imposed on number of attempts per season in Resonant Battles and Coliseum is being removed. Thank goodness. Allowing players to challenge these battles as many times as they like. And these things really do take some tries. Because the reality is, like, why would you pressure the player? Well, I guess it adds a small dimension to it, right? But let me put it this way, guys. It's like if you played Mario. If you played Mario and the game limited how many times you can jump. I'm not so sure that's going to make things more fun. You know what I'm saying? You're freaking Mario. You want to jump. You're playing Fire Emblem Heroes. You're a tactician. Well, this game is losing the tactical side really quickly, but you're supposed to be a tactician. Let be as tactical as you want. But, like, yeah, it's a good thing they're removing it, so. In addition, the foes that appear will be made weaker. And I think that's a good choice because even as a player who's been playing since the first week of release.
Divine Tiring. If unit gets hit by Valflame unit, burns to ashes.
Okay, Nexus Fade, you really can't wait. We're gonna get to the weapon refines in a moment. You calm your little booty down. Okay, but going back to what I've been trying to say before I got really interrupted with money, the foes will be made weaker. And I can understand that because even as a player who's been playing since the first week, sometimes these battles are a bit of a struggle. And if you're gonna talk about, oh boy, if you're gonna talk about newer players, these are much more of a struggle. Some players don't even have merged heroes or have many of the heroes at all in the Resonant Battles. And while I understand the point of it is to, like, hey, get new players to pull for Resonant heroes, and that helps a lot more. Yeah, well, I don't know if new players want to do that, and generally speaking, it could get pretty silly. Though there are really good Resonant heroes, but yeah, I'm just saying, like, for new players, this was really difficult. But now it doesn't have to be. Of course, new players could always just follow guides, but even then, guides take some level of costs as well. Anyways, alongside this change, the season of Resonant Battles that begins around the time of the update will be held from October 8th to October 12th. So they're saying they're going to shorten the season then, right? Coliseum Con other than Resonant Battles will start on... Okay, so they're shortening it by delaying it. Oh, that's fine. It doesn't really change much. Anyways, okay, anyways, the lineup of limited time combat manuals is being updated with version... I can't wait for version 420. Players will be able to obtain divine codes EP10. We're already at 10? We're already at 10? Wait, that's right, they didn't start at 1. It's always so silly like that. From events, exchange them for an updated lineup of limited time combat manuals using the compile English hard combat manual feature. Divine codes EP10 may be exchanged for... Oh! Wow. I have a plus attack, minus speed, Halloween Jacob. Which is, by the way, the best possible IVs. But now he can just be plus attack with no minus... The extra points of speed don't really matter. But still, I want it because it would increase his attack as well. Another interesting hero is Halloween Jacob. Sorry. I just talked about Halloween Jacob. Halloween Niles. And some people really like Niles. Anyways, he's an interesting armored hero. He was the first, like, fast armor archer, which is a really distinct... it was a really weird place to be, but he is that. So I hope if you guys have Niles, you could just merge him up. But I believe he has fodder as well. I don't remember what his fodder is. Honestly, it's been forever since I last saw him. Anyways, as for the rest of the heroes, you got Fury Fodder, really old guy, big boobies, Smitebot, and Perky somethings. Okay, I would just pick up Hinata at least. Everybody else is not very inconsequential, I would say. But yeah, grab the 2 Halloween 5 stars. Whenever they give you the ability to get combat manuals for special heroes, you should probably just take it. Because they're always carrying some kind of fun abilities. Oh, it's attack speed link. And Devilish Bow too. Devilish Bow and Swiss Barrel too. So yeah, Pick up both 5 stars. Wait a second. Not very inconsequential means they're important. They're very inconsequential. English hard. Moving on. Weapon refinery update. Wow, this is a big group of heroes. I can already hear it now. No. I can already feel it now. You guys remember the last time the son took daddy's weapon? Ah, I remember. I remember. Brave Roy was so good. So good. And then Ellie, wait a second, it was the other way around. And then Elliewood was like, hey son, I see you have this really nice weapon and I'm gonna take it. Okay, that was the other way around. Well, anyways, in this case, it's gonna be Divine Tyrfing. So it's from Sigurd, and now Seliph will take it. Hey, do you guys remember the good old days in Fire Emblem Heroes, back when YouTube had no idea what they were doing? Well, they still have no idea what they're doing, but especially when they had no idea what they were doing. You guys remember? I remember this so well. PM1 made a video about Sigurd, so you can't say Sigurd. Oh, he made an announcement. I think it was PM1. Or is it Sages? One or two. And they're like, you can't say Sigurd. Why? Because if you say cigar on YouTube, you get demonetized. That really was a thing. Look it up. But yeah, those were the good old days. So instead of saying Sigurd, we said all sorts of funny things. Anyways, that's a long time ago. Bird Jesus.
10-month swoot. Hey Nams.
Hey Bird Jesus. Thank you so much for being a cool guy and being here so many times, man. And thank you, Shock. Welcome back. 4 months, dude. Alright, internet's really bad right now.
Effie Pref Pog.
Yes. Effie got a perf. Her perf, as you guys corrected me, her original weapon's a silver lance, so it really could be anything. Generally speaking, whenever they have like a silver weapon as their base weapon, the refines have been really good. So I'm interested in seeing what it could possibly be. But yeah, look out for Effie to be good. To put things in perspective, all of the Gen 1 armors have gotten really good refines. Sheena has gotten a really good refine. Drog has a pretty good refine. I hate Gwendolyn, but she has a pretty good refine. And she's an internal pain because her body doesn't make any sense. And of course, Effie being the last of them, I expect her to have a really good refine. So I'm looking forward to Effie probably being really good. We also have Rhajat, Black Magician. I believe she had a, what is it, effect against Cav Tome. It was bad. So now she gets Obsessive Curse. I wonder what that will be. If anything, could probably be a lot similar to...
is gonna be so busted in 2030 Kappa.
If this game makes it to 2030. I actually want to make a video about like the longevity of Nintendo mobile games in the future. But keep believing. With that said, Rhajat is likely going to have some abilities similar to Rhajat just because of their relationship-ish. Anyways, but yeah, Rhajat. I'm looking forward to seeing what she is. I like her a lot. I like Rhajat a lot. Something. Anyways, Divine Tyrfing. This could really be anything, but if you guys forgot what Divine Tyrfing did, it reduced like magical damage. Right? It reduced damage. It helped keep Sigurd alive. It was used in conjunction with Crusader's Ward, but I don't remember. No one uses them anymore. But yeah, something damage reduction. It's probably gonna be much more than damage reduction now. Probably higher percentage at this point.
Saias refine is somewhat decent, so I can take the dust off my tin 1.
Wait, you made a plus 10 Arvis, and then he became benched? That is the saddest thing I've heard. Yeah, it reduces magic foes damage first attack by 50%. It's probably gonna be 80%. Maybe even have fast cooldown or something like that. He needs a offensive edge. It's not enough to survive nowadays in the current game. You gotta kill your opponents, and he can't really kill. He struggles with it. And usually he takes so much damage. Maybe it's healing as well, but he takes so much damage, he gets... Yeah, he just becomes there's a big distinction between being a good tank, in which case you can take blow after blow after blow and blow, and then there's a big distinction in being a good survivalist, where you're really hard to kill. Seliph and Sigurd, I think, fall into that survivalist category. But yeah. Well, that said, Seliph builds, some of them have so much kick to it, but again, they're not meant to take hits consecutively. And consistently. So it's going to be interesting to see what they can offer. Between Valflame and Wargod's Tome, they're pretty damn similar. They're basically a tome with a debuff in it, multiple ploys, basically. That's basically what they are. So maybe more ploys, maybe more attack, maybe some extra stats. We'll see. But those are two really nice looking tomes. Wargod's tome is one of my favorites in the game in terms of animation. It's just a giant laser. But yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad that they actually have some attention, and maybe they'll be good. Maybe.
Divine Tyrfing should just be a makeshift guard bearing.
Yeah, actually. You're right. Right, because guard bearing is only used by flowers currently, and can only be used by flowers. So if it turned from just magical damage to all damage, that'd be a pretty big game changer. And that was the thing that made him really weird. Like, he was a specialist unit who was supposed to fight magical heroes, but he took so much damage anyways, so it was weird.
So Saias gets to skip the line and Grail refines, but Kana just had to sit by and watch his female version get a refine without him. NGL kinda upset.
Well, it's okay. There aren't a lot of Kana fans in the first place. Maybe just like a very vocal one, I would say. It's fine. It's fine. I don't think the Kana fans really care. I don't even think Kana has fans. Female Kana's better. Alright, moving on. Aether Raids is being updated. Offensive fortress structure level tuning will be expanded. When the defender's fortress structure is of a higher level than attacker's fortress structure, the difference between the levels will be calculated as 0. What? Additions from bonus structures tuning and low tier tuning will be applied after this calculation. Wait, what? When the defender's fortress structure is a higher level than attackers, the difference between the levels will be calculated as 0. So in other words, there are no defense bonuses. Oh, this helps newer players. Because newer players, they can find themselves fighting fortresses. Now, they did adjust that in the past. But it's not enough, and it's still like... Even if your opponent has like +3 on you, that's basically a +10 hero. Basically. It's effective like 8, 7, +7, +8. Whatever, you get the point. It's not fun fighting fortress with a fortress disadvantage. And if you're a new player, you fight with it a lot often. So even with the balancing and whatnot, this is going to go a lot further in just making a calculation 0. Okay, makes sense. Tap here for further details on impact of fortress levels. What the heck? Yeah. Difference in level X4. It was 4. I don't know, guys. To be honest, I don't really know about fortress levels anymore. I hit max fortress levels so long ago that I don't even remember anymore. Anyways, in tiers 1 through 17, the level of the attacker's fortress structures increase according to the table below. If you're in tier 1 to 4, your fortress increases by 4 levels. I see. More balancing to help newer players out. Aether Raids is... it's debatable. Some people think it's really fun, some people think it's really boring. But with that said, if you are of the mindset that it's really fun, you've probably been playing it for a while now. If you're of the mindset it's really boring, or you're just getting into it, yeah, all these tier things really make it hard and difficult and annoying to deal with things sometimes. So more balancing to make it more accessible to everyone. I'm also vocal about Real Connery. Moving on, please note with the implementation of the change, players using a version earlier than 4.10 who are attacked in Aether Raids by players using 4 basically replay issues. Anyway, some structures will have the level cap increased. Dark Shrine is now level 7. Mirror Strike's being updated. Deluge Fountain's up to level 4. Who really cares? Some mechanism will have the level pick. Okay. And then additional heroes via Heroic Grails, Daros and Jorge or George. Ooh. George, I think some people are willing to +10 him. He's 175 BST of Emerge, so. And now that we have trait fruits, he could be really interesting. One of the best Georges I've ever seen was triple solo George. Not for everybody, but that was a really good George. Anyways, I hope we can show that off sometimes, but he's a good hero. Good support hero, and could be good offensively as well. Finally, one more change. Stat increases and decreases will be displayed in combat forecast shown before a hero commits to an action. Wow. 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 The one thing about Heroes that always got to me was that they didn't do a lot of UI changes. And it's not saying the UI is bad, but there was a lot of other things they could have added. And the reason why I noticed this is because playing Grail Lost, where they keep making UI changes, keep making things easier and more accessible, it's just pretty obvious when someone's paying attention or not. I'm glad this is another point towards IS paying attention. I'm glad they're paying attention. This is such a small thing to put in, but it helps some players out. Like, this could save people a bit more time and, like, just a second. You know, you could just deselect and check, but this helps. This is cool. Good on them for adding it in. Anyways, the portrait display for all tile screens options will be added, allowing players to show or hide information displaying extra space provided by tile screens, such as the number of the line codes in their possession. The tile screen stuff is kind of wacky. Doesn't really change much, but it's cool. More options, the better. Anyways, that's all the news about the next update for now. We hope you continue to enjoy playing Fire Emblem Heroes. That's a good update. 4.1.0 is going to represent pretty well.